Well, we had a eventful week, man. What's going on, Mr. David?
Brother Rand, what's up? How you?
You went to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did.
You went to the party.
I definitely did.
Threw a party.
I definitely did.
Yeah.
David came over.
I definitely did. Y'all niggas is crazy.
No, listen.
Nah, I ain't gonna front, real man shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album. But yeah, I'm glad I got to go, poly with him.
So it was a lot of talk on the internet about.
They told me I was kicked off of this.
Yeah, they did. They said you was there. They said you was. I didn't even.
doing that.
Oh, that was crazy.
That's what they told you.
Internet
He was
kicked
out.
you off the show.
The internet
They said I
kicked
got
off.
kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
It's
People
crazy.
People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
Right. You felt one way, I felt another way.
Right.
You went to the party, but you had already had a conversation with Capo. Talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like I never was around him, Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever. And me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim,
Mhm.
and Jim being around my moms and my kids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta holler at Capo, like, yo, bro, how you feel about that? Because I got invited directly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna definitely have that convo with bro before I just pop up and he gotta hear about it. Like, that's just me.
No, it's definitely honoring that, brother. And I think, like I was saying, like me and Fad was talking earlier. As individual men, we don't always have to have the same opinion.
Right.
I felt like because of the relationship I didn't built with Capo over the last 5 or 6 years, that I just felt like it wasn't in me to go stand next to anybody he had an issue with or whatever, because the relationship is strong here. It's past professionalism, right? So we got a personal relationship. I feel like as a friend, the word friend people throw around, brother, everybody, yo, Fad, my brother, this nigga, my brother,
Bro.
yo, bro, it's my brother, that's my friend. But the thing is, I feel like everybody's your brother till it's time to do brother shit, right? When you got a friend, the word friend, that comes with responsibilities.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As a friend, it's certain things I'm gonna do. As your friend, you should be able to trust me around your wife. Right. You should be able to trust me around money.
Right.
If you took a fall, I should be able to be there for you. Right. No matter what it is. Right. And the way I look at life, I just felt like, and it was no disrespect to, Max or anybody, because me and him got a relationship too. But I just wanted to make it clear where I stood as a man. That those are my principles, not nobody else. So I think it's dope that we could be able to have that conversation right here, because I felt like niggas was thinking that it was something else.
Nah, yeah. I feel like with me it's like, and I agree with you 1,010%. I love this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not into trying to figure out what niggas is going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Capo know how I feel about him. He knew me since I was 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing brand new. This ain't let me go over there for the cloud or for the cameras. Nah. I've been in contact with Max.
Right.
From jail. You know what I'm saying? He's on the album, Yo East. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a man thing. Let me holler at Jim. How you feel about that, bro?
No, that's honorable.
He could have easily been like, yo, bro.
100%.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our own one on. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like I'm not gonna be put in a space where I'm leaning on no side. You get what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with boy, I fuck with Capo. Like, I'm not picking a side. Like, that ain't me.
That's respectable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's no wrong answer, because everybody got their own perspective on things,
right?
And how they view based on if they own experiences and stuff like that. I've seen, I've been in situations where you had to declare your side.
Right.
So my whole life,
me too.
My whole life, I've been this way. It's not about whether it was Jim, it's anybody that I got that type of love and respect for.
Right.
I feel that way, the same way, because I don't want it to ever be no misunderstanding.
Right.
You're gonna know exactly where I stand, because you prove who you are through actions,
Right.
not just talk.
Not talking.
Everybody talking. All these niggas is talking. I'm like, nah, we got to go a little bit deeper than that. So
Right.
I just think that it's cool, man. What you think, Spiz?
I think we spoke earlier, and even a couple weeks back, I was talking about the strength of relationships, and I think we here on this, besides the podcast, we built, you know what I'm saying, a brotherhood between us.
Right.
And so I think that's like solid just to even check in and see if that's, you know what I mean, something that will bother you, or, you know what I mean? That's what, instead of just going and just try to figure it out later. I also think that we could look at it from our perspectives individually outside of Capo, but at the same time, this is really his experience. You know what I'm saying? This is something he went through, and you can't tell a man how to feel about something that he went through and we didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't really understand the principle until it's done to them. You know what I'm saying? So like when it happened to them, then they could get it.
It changed.
When it's something outside, it's easy to tell somebody, yeah, let that shit go, or you know what I'm saying?
That's not your call.
Right. So whenever he do let it go, if he do or not, you know what I'm saying? We in support of course, of letting shit go and moving forward. But at the same time, it's going to take everybody's time on their timing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the internet or
that ain't no
our
group thing, man.
No, that's not.
Really
that's
how you feel in your own.
No matter how you feel, I feel like I want us, New York as a whole, to be unified. I can't wait till we all in a room together, right? Because we all got our own relationships. And I don't think niggas give us the credit for actually starting to come together and band together and having unity in New York. Everybody was running around screaming about New York don't have unity, right? And we all came together, and we all individual artists, individual fathers, individual niggas, and we learned how to have brotherhood and still balance our individual craft. So I can't wait to the day that we all, you know what I'm saying? It's like we New York, period.
Right.
You know? But everything is gonna happen in its time.
Facts.
You know?
Man, here we go again. This whole Jim Jones, Dave East, and Max B storyline has finally landed at a real turning point for weeks. The entire city has been watching the moves like a live chess match, and now the tension is spilling off the board. People have been saying for years that half these rappers aren't even real friends. They only pop out together when there's a club night or a studio session, but when it comes to showing real loyalty, real brotherhood, real stand-up energy, the examples get. Crazy Slim out here, one thing's for sure. Jim Jones played this moment like a mastermind, dropping a brand new podcast right in the middle of all the noise that's strategic. Perfect timing to slide into the algorithm, stir conversation, and maybe even sneak into the top 5 hip-hop podcasts on the scene. And the wild part? He hasn't said a single thing about Max B since Max came home. Not one direct word, but here's where it gets spicy. As co-hosts, Mino and Dave East have both been near Max B or people connected to him, and they know exactly how to flip that energy into content that hits most podcastos dodge the topics fans want them to touch, especially when the streets are buzzing. But when you've got a co-host like Mino sitting next to you, nothing stays off the table on the new episode of Let's Rap About It. Mino jumps straight into the heat. He wastes no time pressing Dave East about pulling up to Max B's dinner party, and the tension is real. Then we finally get Fab's angle on the whole Max B and Jim Jones situation. Something fans have been waiting on forever now. Let's keep it real. Jim Jones deserves some respect here with Max B finally back home. Jim isn't crashing out. He isn't sending slick posts on Instagram. He isn't tossing little jabs on the podcast. And like they explained on the show, he isn't blocking any of his friends from showing love to Max either, which is a big difference from how things looked 10 or 15 years ago back then. It would have been a whole different vibe right now. Jim is handling his business, staying focused, and keeping whatever he feels about Max tucked away. That's grown energy. That's why I honestly think that in the next year or two, we might actually see Jim Jones and Max be sitting on a podcast together. If you paid attention to what Mino was saying, he wants New York moving as one. He wants the city unified, and he's pushing that vision loud and clear. Now here's where things really get wild. After Mino checked Dave East about showing up to Max B's dinner, the whole room shifted. You could feel the tension in the air. Dave didn't fold, though he stood on what he said and kept it real about wanting peace in the city. You could tell he wasn't moving sneaky. He just wanted to show respect and keep the energy solid. Then Fab stepped in with that calm, smooth tone he always has, dropping his thoughts on the long-standing issues between Max B and Jim Jones. Fab wasn't picking sides, but he made it clear he wants to see grown man conversations instead of street grudges dragging into another decade. Hearing him speak on it added a whole new weight to the moment, and the crazy part, The whole panel kept circling back to one idea. New York looks better when everyone's locked in together, not divided. That's why this episode hits so hard. It wasn't just gossip. It was a real look at how far the city's legends have come and how close we might be to witnessing a historic reunion. But things took an even sharper turn when Mino broke down why he wasn't scared to speak on Max, yet all he sat there with confidence and basically said he's not here to hold on to old issues when everybody's grown now. You could tell he meant every word, and the room got real quiet for a second when he said it, because that kind of honesty hits different on camera. Dave East also opened up about how people online keep trying to drag him into a side he never chose. He explained that he's cool with Jim, he respects Max, and he's not letting the internet twist anything into fake drama. That moment showed a lot about Dave's character, because most rappers wouldn't even touch a situation this messy. Then the panel locked in on one key point. The city needs progress, not more tension. They kept saying, there's too much talent and too many opportunities in New York for grown men to stay stuck in storylines from a decade ago. It felt like everyone in that room was trying to push the culture forward, even if the streets are still watching every move like a scoreboard. Right when it felt like things were settling, Mino dropped another heavy point that shook the whole conversation. He said, a lot of people only see the headlines, but they don't understand the real history behind these situations. He made it clear that what happened between Jim Jones and Max B was serious grown man business, not some quick back and forth for the internet. That reminder hit the room hard, because it showed just how long these wounds have been sitting. Dave East jumped in to explain how the younger generation sees the whole situation completely different now. He said most fans today just want music, unity, and real energy from the city, not old beefs being recycled every few months. Hearing Dave talk about that shift showed how much the culture has changed since the early 2000s. Then Fab slid in with one more gem. Nobody wins when the city is split up. He pointed out how strong New York could be if these legendary names actually stood next to each other again instead of staying on opposite sides forever. That moment had everybody thinking, because the idea of Max B, Jim Jones, and the whole city moving as one would shake the entire game. That moment made it clear he already knows whatever talks he's had with Jim Jones about Max B aren't on hostile timing anymore. It feels like they just need to sit down face to face and finally talk it out like grown men, because the energy isn't the same as years ago. This whole situation shows they're way closer to peace than people think now. Jump in those comments and tell me how you feel they handled that whole discussion. What do you think it's going to take for us to see Max B and Jim Jones in the same room again? And before you go, make sure you subscribe to CelebSphere, share this video, drop a comment, hit that like button, and help the algorithm push the story by clicking hype this video. Thank you.